What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 25 of my journey building an AI startup. And this is going to be a fun video. I'm not going to talk about technical stuff and just going to talk about life. Do you hear that? It's been nonstop like this for 4 months, every single day. I'm showing you in my screen something I'm currently working on, which is introducing a search plan in my search pipeline so that for complicated search queries, there's a plan, kind of like Claude, how Claude Core comes up with, and that's what I'm showing. But the topic of this video is not so much to do with what you see in the background. That's just on what I'm working on right now. The topic of the video is more about life and my advice to people who want to quit their Google jobs, or I quit my Google job to start this, but whatever job you have and you want to quit to build your own startup without funding. Uh, my one I By the way, before I share my advice, um, let me say something. This is the best thing I've ever done. So I have no regrets. I love every mornings I wake up. I can't wait to wake up and start working. Sometimes I'm working in the middle of the night because I can't get sleep. I'm gonna do isolation, so some of the sound will go away. But I wanted you to hear this a little bit at least to kind of get a feel for like what I'm going through. Let me see. Mic mode, voice isolation. I don't know how this will do, uh, how this will eliminate. But basically, I've been very happy, and I think I'm onto something, and can't wait to get this out. The launch is set my goalpost to April, and it will be a search product that will also have search APIs coming later in the year for monetization. But the search product that will be like a baby Perplexity or a baby Google AI mode, but coming from a one-person company, from a small startup. And I've done many sessions in the past to talk about why, but the sort of TLDR version is, uh, I think we need a small company that's user-centric, that is based on what I call three pillars. Uh, User transparency, so what we store data, how we store data, what we do, very transparent. How even the search works, the engine works. I'm doing architecture and all kind of videos every time, and making myself available even after launch on Discord and everywhere. So transparency, number one pillar. Number two is trust. You should be able to trust. Um, what good what good is such a product that you're using to for your daily life, for your personal, professional lives? I expect this will be very good for folks who are working on whatever their professional life is about. But really anything. Uh, if there's no trust in an AI system like this, what's the point? And so good citations, highlighting if we don't know where something's coming from, even coming up with something what I call a trust score. Oh man, these people. Or Mhm. um, so yeah, trust. So a trust score is like how trustworthy a citation is. Just because there is a citation doesn't mean it's trustworthy, because the website could be janky or untrustworthy. So trust, transparency, that's that was one of the first two. And the third is control. Users should be in full control. One click, all data gone. You should be able to edit everything uh, that the search platform remembers about you very easily. A lot of products let you do it, but it's like buried in settings and you have to do one at a time. You don't need all of your personal memory queries in one shot, go ahead. And I go one step further, which is make everything private by default. At least that's what I'm striving for. We don't store anything. We'll let you explicitly say save this search and learn from it. And then we will. So those are the pillars, and I think you need it, right? I mean, there is no product today that does this. My favorite products are Grok, Expert, Perplexity. Even Google AI mode is decent. It's pretty good, but none of them have this. And also 1% small company alternative. And I think I have something what I call cherry on the cake, which is you'd be surprised how good the results are. I feel that I want to beat Perplexity Basic. I want to do better. I think the results coming out of this system will probably be better. It may not be fast because I don't have that kind of infrastructure scale. I'm paying everything from my credit card. I have no funding, and I don't want funding. I haven't approached a single investor, and I don't plan to because I want to build this on my terms and not have this based on growth and maximizing equity or maximizing the value of equity. So all that's sort of what I'm doing, why I'm doing, and the basis of it. But the thing I want to talk about today and why I started this video with all the noise is I have one advice for someone who wants to build their own startup like me, no investor funding by themselves. Even though you have co-founders, that's fine. But the one advice I have is have some savings, enough savings where you can find a good place to work from. Now, I have some savings, that's why I was able to quit my job. But we got this place because of my son, and this place is closer to the school and some of his sort of activities. Um, and so it was a good place, but it turned out to be just 7 layers below hell. Every single day, someone is breaking something and building something. And so even though I have some savings to pay for this, I don't have savings to unpack pack up everything and move. And also find a place that's as close for my son and family. And also do it in the middle of me building this, because if I have to move, there goes a month of my time, and I want to launch this end of April. So um, so yeah, and then I've known this for several months because I'm going through this every day. But we were looking for places for so long, 3 months. Every 3 4 days, we would like see if we find a place, we go check it out. Every week, maybe once a week, and we couldn't. It is so competitive and so hard to find a good place. So that's my advice. Like, if you can afford yourself a nice place to work with, by nice doesn't mean by the beach and like luxury, like a 5-star hotel, but nice is in quiet, peaceful. It works for the family, works for yourself. I tried to do a decent job with my home office. This is my home office. It's a nice place, but the noise is just cannot take a nap, cannot sleep, cannot work. I'm constantly on my AirPods. My ears hurt. I have XM5 Sony. I put them on, but then they get sweaty. Um, yeah, sorry, this was not a video so much to complain about life, but more sort of like I love this journey, and like I said, I'm excited every morning. And for the last 2 3 days, I've been working all night. Basically, I'm always working, and only when I think I need a break, I take a break. And I'm not doing it because of a deadline or anything. That's I can push the deadline from April to May, but or June. But it's just what I want to do, what I enjoy now. Um, and I get so excited. And all this stuff, like this planning stuff, search plan, coming up this search plan, calling APIs, it's this parameters, and look at this. Like here, I have X API with 7 days recency. So like maybe the LLM thought that we want to last 7 days worth of data. Um, so this is all LLM generated, and it of course it's executed by code that my search sort of pipeline is part of my query processing pipeline, but the decisions are all LLM powered, so that the goal is that as the LLMs get smarter, my search platform and the quality of search result, everything into it automatically gets better. Without all I do is swap the model, and then in the future I may think of like a perplexity like style where you could have different tiers, like flash model for free or cheap, and then pro models or thinking models, extra thinking models for extra cost, things like that. I have lots of ideas for that. But you need a good place to work from. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. That as much as I like the place and I did spend a lot of time decorating and organizing, this place was like, it was so bad. The whole room, the whole place we were living in was like a warehouse that nobody was living here for 5 years. It had water damage, all the paint, everything was gone. It's like fixer upper for a rental. This is a rental. So we can move out, but we have to find a place that works for not just me, for the family. And it's too bad. So, and then, like I said, even if I find a place today, tomorrow, it will take a month of my time, and I can't afford that with what I'm working on. So, for now, I'm just put on AirPods when the noise comes. But it's just, I sometimes wish what my life would have been like working on this. Everything's so good, like working on this, experimenting. It's super challenging, but I like it. But just with a nice place, quiet place. Like maybe I could, like I used to live in Irvine. I was working at Amazon in a leadership role for Luna, which is a game streaming service. It was like a little startup within Amazon, so it's not Amazon culture at all. It was more AWS like. That too, very small startup, almost removed from the rest of Amazon. It was brand new, baby org. Not even we can't even call it an org. It was like a team, a larger team maybe. There were a few teams part of the org, but I used to live in Irvine at the time and had a nice place. I was renting in Irvine. This is in Orange County. If people don't know where Irvine is, and the thing I always remember is I had this nice patio, and then I kept some bird food, and every morning like birds would come. And then before I even wake up, they're like, there's singing going on, and sometimes they wake me up on holidays, and then I get my coffee, and I'm just sipping my coffee, just nothing, thinking nothing. The best days were like Saturday, Sundays, like weekend. Just get my coffee, and they're having good time in the morning, having the breakfast. I'm drink my coffee and just relaxing, nothing. And Orange County, like most of the year, the weather's so nice, like sunny. There's few very hot days. Some days where it's kind of we have light showers. Very few days with overcast, cloudy skies. Most of the time, just sunny. And it was funny, like even though it was cloudy and overcast, I swear to God, by 11, 12, it would clear up. Like once the sun reaches up top, um, the clouds would magically clear up, and then the rest of the day it was like clear. You wake up in the morning and it's like all overcast, and you wait for lunchtime, it's like all clear. But the best part was, I mean, the weather was nice, but the best part was this is a nice place, quiet place. I could see there's a water canal right outside, and then lots of trees. And the best part was the birds coming in the patio, and chipmunks would come, squirrels. Um, there was a little snake once I spotted. It was kind of crazy, but tiny one, real tiny, just tastes fun. It's kind of weird. I called animal control, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't call animal control for that. That snake, it's not gonna do much. We can't do anything." That's funny. But anyways, yeah, it was nice. I miss it. And then I used to live in Mountain View when I was working for Google. A nice place, very quiet. Um, on the backside, it was like a nice service road. Not exactly a service road, but like a commu it was like a very small 6, 7 home community, but it was sort of off the main road, and you had to take a little short street. Like there was a street that you had to take off the main street, and the street was like half a mile down. My home was at the very end. I was renting that, and it was also very nice, very quiet place. But here in India is so loud, and it's so congested. I don't go out, by the way, because it's just so loud, so congested. I can't drive. When I say I don't go out, I don't go out much. I go for a walk and gym, but that's about it. And occasionally, maybe like grab a drink. They're nice restaurants and stuff, but I don't have many friends here, so I go with the family. But anyways, enough of all of that. But yeah, just my 2 cents. Like I sincerely hope at least you have a decent place. Doesn't mean it's like luxurious, but like just a nice place, a quiet place where you can go work so that you can clear your mind, just stare at the scenery, um, and just sit down. Sometimes you don't feel like working for a half an hour, maybe half a day, even an entire day. Just lay low and just enjoy it, and then get back to work. It's so important and quiet. Hopefully, it's a little quiet. A place like this, just mm, you're thinking something that just breaks your thought, and it's like constant pounding. This is the one sort of. It's like I always hated it. It's funny. I That's the one thing I had to go through. So then I again didn't want to create a video to just bitch about my life. I love everything else. I mean, I love everything. Like I said, I just I've been most happiest I've ever been. But this that thorn is it's like a big thorn in my foot. Every time I walk, it hurts, and it kind of get at some point it gets really annoying. Um, yeah. One thing maybe I'll add is I'm thinking that I want to switch places to live. Like I will keep staying here, but for the weekend or not weekend, maybe weekdays, I'll just go to a hotel or find another like Airbnb actually for like Monday, Tuesday, and just maybe ideally something close. So I just go and work from there. It's like a little of a home office. That's a little quieter. The problem is even those like here where I stay, it's like $100 a night. So just 2 nights and it's like $200. And even though I could afford it, it's just wait money I would rather spend on other things because right now I have no income, I have no salary, and I'm supporting my entire family. And I'm building this and paying the Google Cloud, and I use Claude and Codex $200 a month each, all of that from my pocket. So it just adds up. Yeah, that's that. If you are starting or thinking of trying to start something of your own, my only 2 cents, like hopefully you can find a good place to work from. Not expensive place, just a good quiet place. I think that makes everything that much easier, I feel. It- and I really, really miss having that nice place. I really do. I really, really do. And here, by the way, we have lunch and everything that we prepare. So if I go outside, I have to pay for that. And I'm gluten sensitive. Lactose sensitive. So I have a whole lot of dietary constraints as well. So I can't easily eat out. So that's kind of a minor thing. But yeah, find a good place and do this, man. Just do what I'm doing. I think the world would be. I sincerely think the world's going to be a better place, especially with the advent of modern AI. The world's going to be a better place if there are more entrepreneurs working on nice things, and we don't have a world completely dominated by just gigantic tech companies, $1 trillion tech companies. Just 1984 style is the future I envision if that's the direction we're going in. We need lots of small companies, lots and lots and lots of very long tail. And that's okay, but very long tail of small and medium sized companies. even medium, they're nice. I think that's a much better future, and I would encourage people. And worst case, if what you're doing fails, you have something to share like me, write a book about, start a blog about. You'd be more interesting than just working at a job. And of course, you'll learn a whole lot. And maybe you'll make new friends. Maybe you'll build a new community or be part of a newer community that will change a lot of things for you for the better. So there are all these other perks too. So, and you'll stand out from everyone else around you, which is good if you like that kind of thing. Cool. That's all for today. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la vista. Bye.